light crescent in a tray, and atop a stack of gauze rests a small lump of something soft and rancid. Limp, spongy, and bitter to the taste, easily ground into small pieces by teeth. Why did you eat that? Ah. Yes, we're playing Taisho Romance Theater. It's been a while since I've touched this one, guys. Hey! Hi! Look at my stuff. I believe it's Taisho. Or the show, the O, I think it's kind of low. But yeah, let's see what the theatrical dudes and dudettes have been up to. Oh my gosh. Pick something. Okay. Intermission back in this phone. Oh, exit, okay. Yo, this I've seen in, it's been quite a while. Wow, yo, it's been quite a while. Hello? When I turn, the narrow alleyway awaits me in serene hush. Okay, I think you guys can't see everything, so let's see if I can shift the window or something. Window. Oh, I already selected window. Okay. No, we want it on. Okay, it's got some gore apparently. I forgot about that. It's such a chill game that I forget about that. When I turn into the narrow alleyway, what awaits me is a serene hush. Despite the fact that I'm just not going to be giving them a lot of hype. Let's see. The floorboards creak as I push the door open. The snow outside is still thin on the ground. In contrast, the shadow and silence pool deep and dark within the room. It's completely still, as if no one is here. Why are the lights out? Kazuya? Not a single sound stirs in the house, only the dull thud of my voice against the floorboards. Weird. It's been a whole day. You should be done with the investors by now. I think they're kind of trying to. They're bashing Kazuya. They're stomping on him outside. Last I checked. Kazuya, I have to talk to you. Are you there? I raise my voice a little, but there's still no reply. Naniwo-kun? Aburatani-kun? Miko-kun? Aburanatsu. Aburananika. Okay, that's a sentence. Interesting name. I'll just call them Abura. Abura-kun? Okay, it's better. Almost said Aburakit. Aburakit-kun? As silence diffuses through the empty house, waves of darkness wash over my face. Behind me lies the doorway to daylight, within reach, but the vicious tendrils of fear are growing, snaking their way up my ankles. In this darkness, I spy something on the floor, a jumbled pile of shapes, slumped over like sacks stuffed with cotton and straw. My stomach, which had barely settled, excuse me, we're off to a phenomenal start, clenches again. Tension hangs thick in the air. The faint scent of snow from outside had already dissipated in the room's warmth. As I shuffle forward, what reaches my nose instead is a hint of rust, a bitter, salty sweet whiff of metal. Somebody didge. I fumble for the light switch. I flick it on, and what says itself into my sight is a sea of unfamiliar faces, sprawled on the floor, motionless. Yo, Trope Leader's briefcase. Who killed them? Yo, it's been a while, guys. Who the frick killed them? What? That's fine. Naniwa, who bumped into me when I got out of the car, now lies quietly in a corner. Kazuya's briefcase next to him. He's as ghastly pale as the lifeless Hatsuyuki, as everyone else laying here. The people whom I knew so well, with whom I spent every day for a year or even longer. It's like they've all conspired to stage a cruel joke. But no matter how I shake their limp bodies, I can't summon those familiar voices. The floor at the foot of the stairs is stained with dark splotches. Oh, I thought it went on. It's kind of hidden behind my back here. There's some dialogue that goes off. In the lamplight, they gleam a baleful crimson, almost black. So it's been a while. Oh, it's been a while. The blood is oxidating. And oxidized, actually. I've lost track of how to push my way into each room. At first, I still harbored a sliver of hope. Just enough to knock and wait to see for a possible response. But the silence breaks and spreads like a pestilence, peeling away the mannered facade of self-deception. They use big words. Absolute silence drives one mad, and yet unfathomably I still have enough strength to move. My body seems to act on its own accord. All I can muster are panicked breaths, so loud and harsh they drown out the roaring silence. Behind so many doors lie the dead, scattered everywhere I look, bodies limp like puppets with severed strings. Opening each door is like unveiling a crudely made diorama. They all roll on the beds. They loll on the beds, fingers still clasping books that now sink into the soft carpet. Their bodies are grotesquely wedged between baroque chairs and desks, contorted into arcs worthy of a dancer, contorted into dance moves. The heavy, turbulent sweetness of rotting fruit now spreads unchecked. It seeps through the corridor, mingling with the aromas of fresh-cut flowers and welcoming incense, swelling my almost frozen brain until it's fit to burst. Ugh, some tongue twisters. I mechanically inspect the rooms one by one, growing numb to finding bodies behind every door. Maybe I'm no different from the mythical Grim Reaper who claims a life with every door he opens. What torments me most of all is that I can't find Kazuya. Before I know it, I moved from the first to the third floor. The intervals seem to have vanished into some monstrous mole. When I regain my senses, my hand is already resting on the final doorknob. Ugh, man, why the nosy things that are like, we don't know what this is, but we want to put out. We're gonna sniff it anyway. Where did it fly in from? That was my window. Summertime problems, dudes. Anyway. The room I fled from last night. The door I didn't find the courage to open until everyone was gone. It's pitch black inside the room. What if Hatsuyuki didn't die, bro? She's the one who killed them. She's like eating them or something. I'm calling it. I'm pretty sure it's her, or whatever is pretending to be her. It's pitch black inside the room. The blinds are drawn so tightly that not even a sliver of moonlight peeks through. Only the arcade odor of disinfectant fills the air. I grope across the wall for a while before finding the switch. somebody did something. With a crisp click, everything I once imagined and prayed would never come true is laid bare beneath the sterile white light, gleaming with a spectral chill. The operating table is draped in increased pale green gauze, marked with old but still conspicuous bloodstains. Those surgical tools that once carved and stitched flesh now lie quiescent. Now lie. I know. Okay, I'm trying to say quintessent. My brain is trying to say quintessent. Quiescent. Yeah, I'll say that. Quiescent. That's the closest I can get to enunciating it my own way. They now lie quiescent in a tray, and atop a stack of gauze rests a small lump of something soft and rancid. Limp, spongy, and bitter to the taste, easily ground into small pieces by teeth. Why did you eat that? Ah. Cognac. My arm twitches. Oh, my arm itches. As I lift, a feather falls from my sleeve. I'm trying to look at this feather now. Huh. Do we have an inventory? I don't remember. No, we don't. It doesn't look like we do. Doesn't look like we do. Yeah, no. My arm itches. As I shift, a feather falls from my sleeve. I have no idea when it got there. But I guess someone must have killed them. Oh. If you know, you know. A feather with an emerald green shaft and a dazzling white plume. It's a lot like the monster's feathers, but strangely enough, I feel no fear. Kotaru, what did you do, dude? I doubt it matters much compared to everything before me. Calling this an operating room would be a stretch. The space is crammed. A single turn of the head and a flick of the eyes makes an unpleasant truth abundantly clear. There's no one here. This is probably where Hatsuyuki lay, and was cut open over and over. As far as I can make out, the room has been tidied. There's almost no remaining trace of who the other person might have been. Beside the operating table stands a medicine cabinet. It's full of bottles and jars, all labeled with printed tags. Opening the cabinet, I turn the labels towards me one by one. I mostly find glass bottles marked as alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, and formalin. I don't see the last word of there. But the test tube, half full with transparent liquid, is devoid of any label except a tiny trace of glue that wasn't quite peeled off. Preservative. The test tube is corked tight. After a struggle, I managed to pry it open, and I will come to regret this 1,000 times over. The smell. Why this of all things? From the yellow test tube gushes that cloying reek of rotting fruit. As I return to the first floor, my steps feel weightless, like I'm walking on clouds. I've come unmoored from reality. If only I could fall from here, close my eyes once and for all. Why wouldn't I? All of the troop members are gone just when we met them. As us, for him it's like years for some of these people. Naniwa, Abura-kun, and Mika are still laying there, motionless. They must be long dead, even longer than I realized. When I unfasten Naniwa's clothes, my numb fingers don't quite obey. The buttons slip through my fingers twice, staying stubbornly lodged into the buttonholes. It takes me about 3 minutes, or maybe 5. I've lost track. Time crawls by as if my sheer focus is slowing it to a halt. Yo, peeling off were they even ever alive? What? Peeling off the heavy winter clothes reminds me of what I've read in books about the engrossing process of preparing winter bamboo shoots. And when my fingers make contact with the cool, yielding skin, what comes to mind is the cream I smear on my face for stage makeup, slick and warming quickly with body heat. But here, there is no bamboo shoots and no fragrant creams, but only burn marks, lacerations, raw oozing flesh, hidden beneath long sleeves and running across the abdomen. Scars from repeated slicing and stitching. So they were already dead. He did get into an accident. Everybody died. Everybody died, dudes. Who's keeping this up, though? Whoever was keeping Hatsuyuki alive is the main person. But who is that? I did not read. I did not read that. Okay, that's all I see, and that alone is enough. I'm seized by an inexplicable urge to laugh out loud, but my lips refuse to curl into a smile. Now, and how unbecoming of a skilled actor, not to be able to command his muscles. My eyes are stinging. I kept them wide open, not a single tear escapes. So that's how it is. What on earth is going through your mind last night? When you said those things to me? Turns out I was the only one fooled by you all, this whole time. I dressed Naniwa again. Nearby, Kazuya's briefcase lies askew. Its leather strap was snapped, and the buckle was split open, revealing a small crack stained with fresh blood. I wipe it with my sleeve, but it won't come off. I have no idea where your owner is. I'd better fix you first, if I'm going to bring you to him. I try to fasten the buckle and lift it. The briefcase is light, almost too light, but it's clearly smashed beyond repair. The fragile hinges can't bear the wide, both halves swinging in the air. A photo frame hits the ground, its thud muted by the soft carpet. Apart from that, the briefcase is completely empty. The exposed lining is a dull black which seems to swallow all the glaring brightness that overwhelms me. That's all? What is this? I flipped the frame right side up. Sealed behind the pristine glass is a photograph. A group photo of troop. A group photo of the troop. Troop. I'm kind of stuck in between. I'll just say troop. One I have no memory of. Because usually you don't put the U in there. Everyone is beaming wildly, not wildly. The meadow and unfamiliar wildflowers behind them look so soft, even in the monochrome hues. There's someone whose face is not shown, so I'm guessing that's the perpetrator. Foreshadowing is a storytelling method. Taken spring 1918. I'd better put this back for him. I wipe the dust off the glass with my clothes and hands, but drops of water keep falling, smearing the glass with unsightly moss that just won't go away. You're crying, dude. That's sad. I scrub until my stiff fingers start to ache. Only then does it look a little cleaner. That should do. I splay the briefcase across my lap and replace the polished photo frame inside. The soft velvet lining grazes my fingers, then snags them, slowly drawing them deeper and deeper. The stuff behind me, guys, it just flows. Just keeps getting hidden with stuff. There's like some... Oops. There's like some stuff here. Hold on. Behind me, it keeps going into this corner here. And I end up not seeing what it is. I get on my chair. That feeling surges through my veins again. The unfamiliar sensation that something is pulling me towards it. That's... The next instant, the world deserves a tour. I love how they wrote this dialogue. It's not repetitive of the suddenlies and almost and all of a sudden, you know? It's really beautiful. Darkness devours my vision, and I'm seized by a brief, unrelenting weightlessness that scrambles every thought in my mind, leaving me dizzy and feeling too feeble to vomit. To even vomit. At last, a pinpoint of light pierces the veil of darkness, and I feel something cold and hard beneath me. It seems that the storm-tossed vessel has finally drifted to a halt. I'm lying on a damp stone surface. The air is thick with the scent of moss and soil after rain. Vast rock faces tower on either side of me. Their lower reaches are studded. On the higher cliffs loom crude carvings of massive figures. Their features long since worn away by the elements. Excuse me, I wanted to burp. I strain my eyes, peering upward. All I can see is a narrow strip of sky wedged between the cliff faces, extending endlessly beyond sight. Some dim light trickles down, but even combined with the torches, these depths remain shrouded in darkness. Every cranny is filled with the flickering shadows of boulders. I saw shoulders and boulders, and my body was like, my brain was like, switch, flip them. What's going on? Where am I? I struggle to my feet. My clothes are soddened with muddy water. It feels unpleasant, even disgusting. Still, I have no choice but to keep them on? Keep them on against the fleeting gust of wind. Oh, on, I guess, because I couldn't see that. I take a look around, but the only conclusion I can reach is that I'm in the depths of some unknown chasm. A chasm. I remember I was touching Kazuya's briefcase. My confusion deepens. Kazuya has always had that briefcase, ever since my memories began afresh. How could he and Hatsuyuki both be hiding something from me? No, I need to get out of here first, then ask him. He has to know something. I take a few tentative steps forward. I can keenly feel the puddles and moss slick beneath my feet, clinging to my soles, ready to send me sprawling if I put a foot wrong. As I follow the line of torches, now and then, something briefly obscures the light overhead. When I look up, I catch a sight of shadows, minuscule or massive. Sometimes it's a ripple of emerald green flickering from the light to the darkness. Or from light to dark, okay? As I gaze at the swath of green, the tugging sensation grows stronger. My heart is pounding so hard it almost bursts out of my chest, until the color finally fades away. So his transformation is happening. Jeez, I hope he wasn't the one who killed them in this video game. In-game. This place belongs to Kazuya, and just like him, it simply listens in silence to the echo of my footsteps. This is Kazuya's place? I'm not sure how long I walk before a sprawling mass of boulders blots out the strip of sky. Before me appears a plain white torii gate, flickering with blue light like a burning flame. It softly beckons to me, silently inviting my touch. My pulse and breath begin to quicken. That translucent blue seems to be reeling my heart in. I step towards it, and a familiar dizziness washes over me again. Wait, is it too zoomed in here? I think it is. I don't know where to sit now. Maybe here. I'm gonna be blocking him off now. Ugh. These are just the settings over here, so let me just... No, I'm gonna be... No, it's fine. I'll just sit here. I am reading this for y'all anyways. For you guys anyways, so... We're fine. 괜찮아. It's fine. Okay, watch this over me again. Okay, I almost read that again. Oh, so you're back. I've been looking all over for you. Sakuma-kun! Sakuma-kun, wakey. Sleeping on the floor is bad for you. I gave you the fantastic voice, sir. Sorry. A voice drifts into my ears, distant but crystal clear. Ugh. Ah, you're finally awake. When I opened my eyes, the first floor was completely transformed. The bodies strewn on the ground have all vanished, as have the bloodstains. Everything is spotless under the bright lamplight, as if nothing ever happened. A familiar figure stands before me, blocking most of the lamp's glare. Who's gaslighting you, dude? This is some commitment. With some water. That's a new level of commitment, though. To gaslight a person to this level, that's diabolical. The briefcase, which was in my lap, now dangles from their hand. Wait, I forgot. I raised the volume here. I think it's fine now. It's still good. The briefcase, which was in my lap, now dangles from their hand. The strap and buckle are still broken, but somehow the case is neatly clasped shut. Hydration. Oh. Hamura-sensei, what are you doing here? I was planning to have a chit-chat with Mochitsuki, okay. I was planning to have a chat with Mochitsuki-kun about a few things. But when I got here, yikes. That scared the living daylights out of me. And when I came back, there you are. Why did you fall asleep? Okay. Kurama Haromo, okay, so... Why did you fall asleep sitting here? And opening Mochitsuki, oh my gosh. And opening Mochitsuki's... Oh, forget, I'm just gonna say... Oh, let's just put out. Mochitsuki-kun's briefcase. Say that 5 times. You really shouldn't do that. I wasn't asleep. Where did they all go? You mean the children? I have taken them to a safe place, don't worry. Those pesky little flies won't come buzzing around anytime soon. Flies? Ah, so Hatsuyuki's with those people. That's a bit tricky, but it's not really our problem. They'll probably say she dropped dead from the acute illness or something. They always do. The point is that neither you nor the troop will have anything to do with it. But more importantly, there's something you need to know. Kazuya is in the hospital. But when I showed up, he was just here. Right where you were sitting. Looks like somebody really roughed him up. He was so worn out he couldn't even talk to me. Poor thing. Brian is beaming afterwards. I had business with him, but alas, he didn't play along as nicely as you do. I just couldn't wake him up, so I had to take him to the hospital first. I don't trust him. Do you want to go visit? The doctor said he'll probably be asleep all day, so be sure to keep it down. Where is he? Not far from here. Let me think. Yes, it was the Tokyo GK. Okay. It was the Tokyo GK Hospital, room 201. If you're going, I won't see you out. But you won't be bringing this alone. Just tell Kazuya I borrowed it. As Hamuro speaks, they give the briefcase a little shake, a smile vivid on their face. I haven't even had any room to think, but I can't dwell on all this now. Got it. Goodbye then. Oh, by the way, I've never been inside. Let me know when you have a moment. Well, how was the view in the case? Also, the case is a pocket dimension. Well then, looks like I really was the only one in the dark. Yeah, clearly. Maybe he saw something and they had to make him forget. But he sees it again, now it's kind of like a problem again. Forget it. Kazuya's situation comes first. As for Hatsuyuki and the trope, I'll bring that up later, once he's awake. It's not far to the station. The lights... Oh, sorry, wow. That is in my ear! Wow. Atmosphere, dang! It's not far to the station. The bright streets are bathed in moonlight, and snow is piled high on both sides of the road, reflecting the glow of the street lights. Street lights, people. Okay, let's go. I'll just let that go. But he kind of is stopping his slight belief in this stuff, and I don't blame him. As I keep gazing, everything slowly gains an illusory quality. Like I'm slipping further and further away from the nighttime scene. My eyes start to sting, a sign of impending pain. On such a cold night, rickshaws are sparse. I stand next to the streetcar sign. The icy wind whips through the hollows of my bones, whisking away any trace of warmth. But this blast of cold is much needed. That, or perhaps certain other things, is helping to cool my head. What other certain things? What are you talking about?